Schwartz here from the Everything Saxophone podcast. We're at the NAMM Show 2022, woohoo! And this podcast is sponsored here by Legere. Legere reads, and I'm here. Legere, check out the American cut. It's right there. Okay. I'm here with Chika Inoue. I've interviewed her for the podcast at the last time we were at NAMM in 2020.
Yeah.
It's been 2.5 years since I've seen you.
Exactly. I mean, I can't believe that 2.5 years has passed already, but it also feels like it's been forever.
It does, and it's definitely a different atmosphere here. It's not as many people here. It's not congested. It's actually less congested, which is great, but it's definitely a different vibe.
Yeah, and a little less booth here. I heard that they're 50% less booth, so yeah, there's a little bit more room to walk around, and yeah, but it's been great.
Enjoy the stuff that's around already. But so what's been going on for you since the last time we've spoken?
Yeah, so I did the podcast with you. I think I was in Japan. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, we did the podcast. And from there, I went back to Japan in March of 2020 because of the pandemic. And I teach at a university at Cal State Dominguez Hills. And it went all online. So I was like, might as well. My family's over in Japan. I can work from home. So what's the reason for me to stay in the States? So I decided to go back to Japan, and I was there for 2 entire years.
Now, wait, hold on. Here's the thing, though. What's the time difference between Japan and Los Angeles? Because if you're doing online, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, luckily it worked out great. Depending on the time of the year, 17 or 16 hours difference. Yeah. So morning over there, 9 a.m. over there would be like, wait, I'm doing the math now.
Backwards from here, right?
It would be about 5 p.m. over here. Yeah.
I teach internationally, so I've got students. I've had students in Japan and Bangladesh, and just the crazy time difference. But you didn't just teach, though. You were performing.
I was performing a lot. Japan never really went down. Went under lockdown. So I guess starting from June, July of 2020, concerts were really starting to happen in Japan. Of course, they were reducing the numbers of audiences, but I was able to perform over there. I had a pianist who I worked with a lot. I arranged a lot of music. So I arranged a lot of classical, like violin, flute, cello music to saxophone. So that was a really cool time that I got to do that.
And here, though, you had, I forgot his name, the guitarist.
Yes, Scott Morris, yeah. So I haven't been able to play with Scott for the past 2.5 years. Yeah, so the last time you saw us performing was actually here at NAMM. Yeah, and that was it. So we were working halfway towards the album, and then boom. Although we got our album out in 2020, November 2020. It's called Unfettered. And we got it out of a UK label and called Samick Music, and we released it. So we're very happy about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be? You're back now. So have you met up with him? Are you guys going to start performing again?
Yeah, I believe so. And in fact, this summer in July, we will be in Granada, Spain again, and we'll be doing some teaching, but at the same time we'll be doing concerts over there, and also probably shooting some videos. And we actually released 3 videos from Spain, so maybe we can insert that here.
No, that would be awesome. And you also work with the LA Philharmonic, so during obviously they didn't have a season during, I guess it was the latter part of 2020 throughout 2021, but anything coming up with them?
I've been gone for the past 2 years, so, and they knew that I wasn't here. So I think for this past season, they've been using, other saxophonists in the area, but I hope to be back with them sometime soon. Yeah.
So you've got Granada, Spain coming up. Anything else coming up for the rest of this year?
Yeah, actually, something really important is coming up June 27th through July 10th. I'll be coordinating a classical saxophone course under CSU's California State University Summer Arts Program. it's a bunch of arts program like theater and art and poetry. Those art programs it'll be taking place in Fresno State, and I got a spot to do a saxophone course for 2 weeks. And I'll be inviting John Hallberg from Cal State Fullerton, Ricardo Martinez from University of Pacific up north in the Bay Area. Also the Capitol Quartet, which is one of the leading American quartet today. We will have David Sambler from Penn State, Joe Luloff, and Christopher Creviston from Arizona State. So
I'm glad you just mentioned this. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Is this for like high school kids? Like, what's the age range?
Yeah, so it could be high school students. It's a little bit more geared towards the college students, but we're accepting high school, college, and also adult recreational players who want to learn. It's called the Art of Classical Saxophone. So if you want to learn about saxophones, especially the classical part, and we're also going to be focusing about the business side of it as well. So how do students become a performer? Like that's usually something that's not discussed too much, especially in the academic or in school setting. So I hope that us as guest artists, we can share some knowledge, like how do we get ourselves out there, and that's very important. And for students who are starting out, it's very scary world out there. Yeah.
I'm making a mental note, and I'm going to remind you too. You've got to send me the links and stuff, and I will put this in the show notes for this because I think people need to know about it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you though: has the registration passed?
Good question. The registration got extended until June of 2017, so we still have time, and there's scholarship available. It could range from $200 to full tuition. So I think all you need is to apply and see what happens. Like, why not? And if you don't get a full tuition, and if you think you can't afford it, it's okay. There's no cost to that. So I think all you need to do is to just apply and see what happens, because it's going to be an awesome saxophone course.
This is the first time that this is happening too. So.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Now, before I let you go, you play classical saxophone. Remind people always want to know about your equipment since we're at NAMM. So what do you play on?
Yeah, I'm so excited to talk about my equipment since I got a new saxophone this past March in Tokyo, in Japan, and I got the Henry Selmer Paris Supreme. Yeah. Which is a wonderful horn. I must say, it's one of the best horns I've played on, and the reason is the pitch, where the pitch is so aligned. And it's not that what I had, which was Series 3 of Selmer Paris, wasn't bad, but there was some character to it. I had to tweak some things, I had to adjust some things to get certain notes in tune. But with this one, it's so much easier. And it has this really rich, nice tone to that. So that's my alto. And my soprano is still the Series 2 straight neck Selmer Paris. And all the mouthpiece equipments, reed and ligature, they're all Van Doren. So, yeah.
For Van Doren, do you remember the model numbers?
Yeah, absolutely. So for my soprano, I use the profile mouthpiece with the Optimum ligature, B21 3.5 reed. For the alto, it's going to be AL5 with the MO pink gold ligature. Yeah.
The pink golds are new.
It's relatively new. It's been out, but and it's so pretty. And with the traditional 3 Van Doren reed.
Awesome, cool.
Oh, and another very important equipment is the key leaves.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which close the vent. That and then it also airs out the saxophone while you're storing it.
You use the key leaves. You also use the vent vine too, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So those are really great equipment. I also use this really special neck strap. Maybe I can show you.
Do you have it on you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Look at it. I thought it was a bling bag.
Yeah, it's this strap called Breathtaking. It's been becoming very popular. It's made in it's from Japan. Yeah, it's one of these neck straps, and put it through. Yeah, on this side, but this is not like like tight on the body. It should be loose, and then you draw this bar up. Van Doren also came up with something like this, just a bar to attach on the Van Doren strap, and I think it works very well as well. But this one is already attached, and yeah. And if you look at it, it's not constraining the neck at all. Yeah. Usually the neck straps are here, and your posture becomes so. So what this does is that it'll sit nicely on the shoulder. And then when you have the saxophone in front of you, this part opens up, so the whole chest opens up. So yeah, this is one of the most comfortable neck straps that I've ever encountered.
Now, you got this when you were in Japan. I've not seen this. So do you know if that's on Amazon or something?
There's one vendor in the States where you can buy. It's called the Meridian Winds. Yeah. But I've had this for a while now. And yeah, it's been great.
That's really cool. The funny thing, I had reviewed a neck strap. It was a harness that was like a guitar strap that went around the side. For me, that one didn't work. It was a more plastic type of thing. But I can see this is really interesting to me.
I don't know if it works well with the Barry. I mainly use it for alto and soprano. I think I use it for tenor as well. But for Barry, I don't know if this was working quite well. But if you are an alto player, soprano, mainly alto and soprano player, this is one of the best investments you can make, I think. And the cost is a little bit more expensive. It's going to be around like the $200 range, which is quite a lot for the straps, right? Yeah, but it's an investment. I mean, when you think about the long-term effect of, you can play longer, your posture is better, your sound is going to be better, and
You use the right word, investment, because the thing is that, do you want to play in pain or not? The other thing too, though, you just mentioned as well, your posture affects your sound so much. So if your posture's not good, it just makes it that much more difficult.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Well, listen, I'm so glad because I was wearing my shirt, and so she saw me. She's like, Donna. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm so glad I ran into you here. Congratulations on all the success. And you're around me, right? You're around Pasadena area?
I'm in the LA area, so yeah.
Yeah, we have to meet up. And I'm wondering too, like you were going to have a special thing at one of the music stores. Where was it? Bertrand's, yeah. I'm hoping that you're going to do that again.
I hope so. That got postponed because of COVID, and I kind of disappeared. So hopefully I get to go back and do some clinics over there.
Yeah, I want to send some students for sure. So awesome. Thanks so much, Chika.
Thank you so much.